So here we are at my photography site. It's called motopix.mx. Motocross racing is MX, so motopix.mx is the domain we chose to host our website on. Some will argue that you should, absolutely have to have a .com. I think that was good advice at one time and still is great advice. However, the available domain names with a .com extension are so diminished that it becomes hard to find a good name with a .com extension. So I have some sites where I've gone a different route, and Motopix is one of them. So motopix.mx. So as we were talking about yesterday, when we sell a photo package to our customer, we include a print-on-demand item. It's been either a t-shirt, sweatshirt, and some promotions we've done, posters as well, and we're now testing some other items such as socks and blankets and so forth. But so far, it's been primarily t-shirts and posters that our cost is low enough on them that it works and it's a good perceived value. So people have really liked those custom products. So when someone hires us, we post their photos on the site and they get a album for each individual rider. We're hosting everything on a WordPress powered site. 10 years ago, I would have scoffed at using WordPress. I was a .NET programmer and really thought that WordPress was a toy. But today, a huge percentage of the internet runs on WordPress. WordPress has so many powerful plugins that you can really extend the platform, and I've become a huge proponent and fan of it. And so we've built our Motopix and our Photography Profits platform on top of WordPress, plus a bunch of premium plugins that we've chosen for specific functionality. And we've even had some custom plugins designed to fill in some gaps of some key capabilities that we wanted. So the first thing a rider does after they've bought a package from us, the very early the following week, we'll upload all their photos to an album. So we come in here, riders' albums, they're all alphabetized. And I'm going to come down to a rider that I know we've done a few packages with. We'll go down here at Kingston Shepherd. So they'd find their name alphabetically, click on it, and as you can see, a page comes up with an individual album for each event that we've shot with them. They've got a permanent URL that in this case is Motopix/Kingston Shepherd 244, which is his racing number and the title of the page here. We can see several different races that we have shot pictures of Kingston. So here's at Horn Rapids. Here's another one at another Horn Rapids race, Port Angeles, etc. So there's these different race events, and if you want to then go in and look at a specific race event, you click on it. It opens up all of the pictures in a real nice mosaic thumbnail views of the photos. You can get a quick look at the photos this way, and then of course you can go view them individually. By default, I have the shopping cart pop up on the right-hand side. We have the ability for our customers to order prints in various sizes right here from our website. These are fulfilled automatically through a partner provider, so we have no hands-on with that, or frankly, any of the print-on-demand items we do as well. We don't stock t-shirts, we don't print t-shirts, we don't ship t-shirts. We partner with a vendor that does all of that fulfillment for us automatically and integrates with our website to make it easy for us to fulfill those things. So you can see at the bottom here is the free download. So every one of these photos, because they've prepaid this photo package, they can download the high-resolution digital version for free, or they can order prints and pay for prints. We can hide this shopping cart just to click through and view. So it's a pretty nice user experience. The WordPress platform that this is all running on is all mobile responsive, so this works equally well from a phone or tablet as it does from a desktop computer, and they can click through and look at their photos, download them, etc. Now, our offer to them is that they pick the photo that they like best, and we will put it on the design that we've promoted for that particular weekend. So as we were back on Kingston's, we're bringing back this up. Let's go back to the main landing page. His Kingston Shepherd. On this page, as you scroll down, you will start seeing the various sweatshirts, posters, t-shirts, another sweatshirt here, another sweatshirt, a hoodie. These are all merchandise items that he was able to, some of them were included with a photo package for the particular weekend, and in other cases they requested a particular one and we set it up so they could buy it. So for instance, if they wanted right now to buy some more of this particular t-shirt, click right here, come in, and here is a nice design where they can see the shirt. They got the photo that he chose cropped out and placed into this design with his name and number, and it's available in various colors. So let's just say I like the blue version and I want it in an extra large. You know, I know that my price is going to be $19, add it to a cart, and I can then proceed to, I can view the cart and proceed to check out to complete this purchase. I had another item in my shopping cart already, but you can see here, so for $19 plus $4.30 shipping, total of $24.70. You could buy that, or excuse me, that's the express shipping charge for a total of $23.30. Could buy that t-shirt and have it shipped. And if I proceed to check out, it'll ask for your shipping information, credit card number, etc. Now, you'll see right here, apply coupon code. Early on, we were having them give us their physical mailing address, and we took care of getting the items shipped to them. But boy, that was a bit of a headache. And so what we eventually came up with was we give them a coupon code which credits them for one free item, the free item that they prepaid for. The beauty of this is that it makes it real easy for them to put the coupon code in, get the credit for the $23.30. But if they want to buy 2, 3, 4 items, they can simply buy them at the same time on the same order and have the one free item. We never have to put in a shipping address. The shipping address is handled by them during checkout, and the item is shipped directly to their home or business, wherever they preferred. So as I said in my video before, this has resulted in a lot of back-end sales for us, because what happens is, you know, the kid wants a t-shirt, dad wants a t-shirt, mom wants a t-shirt, grandpa, grandma want a shirt with their grandkid on it. And we end up selling a bunch of additional shirts beyond the freebie that was included. The other neat thing is I'll see sales trickle in all year long. People will buy a shirt today, and then undoubtedly family members and stuff see it. I mean, the other cool thing about the way that their main page that we were on, so back to if the rider or family want to share their photos with any family members or anything, again, you know, since he has that one URL to share all his photos from, he can simply share that URL and family members can view all of his photos and they'll see these items. Maybe they want a sweatshirt or whatever. So we see multiple orders come in for the same rider because of that, because of the fact that they're sharing their photo page with friends and family, and the fact that we have the merchandise up on the same page gets it exposed to more people that might be interested in those items, and so then they end up purchasing them as well. So that's kind of the gist of how the website works. We've got some other functionality. So in the galleries here, I want to show you just a quick one of what we're doing. Some of these events, as I've said, even at some of our bigger events, we're going to get 50, 60 riders signed up, but there might be several hundred riders there. And so we wanted to figure out a way to start being able to pursue other riders there for them, but we don't want to have to set up a photo album for every one of them. So we've come up with a way to tag and search by bike number. So as an example, these are some albums from a practice day at a track called Woodland. And if we go into one just to look, we can put watermarks on the images so that they can't just download or screenshot them. So what that does is, let's just look at one of these. So in this case, because these riders haven't paid for these photos, I've put a watermark on the photo so that they're not going to just screenshot this, and or if they are, it's going to have our logo and domain name in bold blazed upon it. But they can go right over and order prints if they want, and instead of the free download, in this case, they can buy photos in various resolutions. We've got where they can get a 1200 by 800 version for $8 a photo, all the way up to the full high resolution 30 megapixel photos that the camera will shoot at as a 6,720 pixels by 4,408 for $15. So this makes it to where we can shoot an event, everybody in an event, and make it easy for people to come and buy photos after the fact that haven't bought a photo package from us in advance. So let's just say we know number 114 is one of the riders at this event. Go back here. Whoops, we're close this down. Go back to the Woodland. So here I say search by bike number. So let's just type in 114 and search, and boom. Now, of all those, instead of having to go through all the albums and trying to find their photos, they can quickly and easily find there's 3 photos of this rider that I shot on that particular day. And the other neat thing about this is that we can send them an email with their URL. So on this particular day, what we did to test this out is I walked around with a clipboard ahead of time, and we offered to give 1 free t-shirt away, which, as we already talked about, costs us like $10 if they give us their name and email address, and that we'll send them a link to any pictures that we took of them that day. And so this is something that we're just moving towards, to have another way of building our list and having a way to monetize some of the riders that may not sign up with us, but that we get photos of. So they can purchase these photos online. If we've got them in our mailing list already, we can automatically send out, let's close this back down. Let's go back. So this again. So 114, as you can see right up here in the URL, it's a number in the URL. I can actually change the number right here. Let's see if there's any at 115. No, nobody with that number. I know there was like a, whoops. We'll go like 42. Search. And here's another one that just found another. Anyway, the search functionality is something that we built specifically in a proprietary plugin that does this and allows us to search for. The neat thing about this, some photographers will name their photos with a bike number or something in it, but what the downside of that is, we'll have pictures where there might be 2, 3 riders in the same shot. Well, which rider, which number do you put on the image number? So instead of doing that, we can tag every rider in the photo, and then each rider, when they search for their individual number, the photo that has them in it will come up as part of their shots that we've taken. So most of what you'll see is that we've been focusing this last year mostly on. I mean, these are all riders that we've shot that have bought photo packages with us this last year, and so any one of these that we go to will have at bare minimum. So this one, writers did a single album with us, and we can go in and look and see all their pictures, pull them up as we talked about, and they stay up there. We leave those up there so that if later on they want to come, and so as you see, you can download these freely or order prints. We don't sell a lot of prints, but it's amazing. Every now and then we'll have someone that comes in and does everything. I mean, they bought a package from us, they come in and then they buy a whole bunch of prints as well, and then they order a ton of t-shirts, posters. I mean, they just become hyper buyers and buy. So having the ability to easily service them and sell them multiple items drives up the average order value and makes for a better revenue for that weekend. So that's a little bit about the platform that we use. We call this platform our Photography Profits platform because it is a mixture of proprietary plugins as well as premium plugins that we've assembled together to give us the functionality that we're after. Some other things that we can do with this platform is our landing pages. We've got a great page builder that we can build all of our landing pages on the same site. I've been a subscriber to every package you can imagine, from lead pages to ClickFunnels to Cart or Samcart, on and on. And what I have found is having all this dispersed, packages makes it hard to track where all your traffic's coming from. Where I have them all on the same domain under my Photography Profits platform, my landing pages, checkout pages, upsells, downsells, everything is in the same domain. And then my Google Analytics tracks everything. I can go in and look and see exactly how many people are visiting my site on a given day, where the traffic sources are coming from, etc. So having an integrated package that works that way, I feel, is more valuable than having a bunch of separate packages. And on the e-commerce side, WordPress has a e-commerce plugin called WooCommerce, which is one of the largest platforms for hosting on the internet today. It's a very robust package. I like selling my t-shirts and stuff from my own site that I own instead of doing something like Etsy or any of the other hosted packages. Shopify is an example. I mean, all those packages charge you not only a monthly fee, but they're usually charging a percentage of whatever you sell. And then they have all kinds of controls. I'll put if I'm selling a t-shirt to a rider on a Honda, I'll put a Honda logo on there. I'm not worried about that. Shopify or Etsy, they'll pull stuff down, if it doesn't meet their requirements, etc. It gives you just a lot more control and flexibility. And most importantly of all, you own that asset. We're going to talk about this later, but business is valued, based on the revenue streams that it has. And I will show you how just doing this as a weekend project has built this into a 6-figure asset for me, meaning $100,000 plus. And it's a pretty amazing thing when you consider, a something I love doing, have a lot of fun with, go out there and sell these photo packages on weekends when I want to, make some extra cash in my pocket, and I've created a business that I could turn around and sell for probably in excess of $100,000 because of the amount of revenue it does. And we'll go over that in a later video as well. So anyway, that's a bit about the platform that we're using. I'll catch you in the next video.